By May 22nd, at the hour of angels, 3:33 a.m., Archangel Michael says, they are paying the price. But what follows will astonish you. By divine appointment and celestial timing, the heavens have spoken. Mark it well, May 22nd, at precisely 3:33 a.m., the sacred hour of angels. This is no ordinary moment. This is not time as the world knows it. This is a crack in eternity, where the veil thins and the voice of the Most High echoes with undeniable force. This is the moment when Archangel Michael descends to deliver an urgent message from the throne room of heaven, a decree cloaked in judgment, cloaked in glory, cloaked in astonishing promise. At this appointed hour, a reckoning begins. The scales of divine justice tip, and though many sleep in the natural, the awakened shall tremble, not in fear, but in recognition. For they have waited, they have suffered, they have prayed in silence while others move against them in secret. Heaven has not turned a blind eye. No, heaven has been watching. And now it moves. Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, has come not to whisper, but to command. They are paying the price, he declares. Those who sowed in shadows now reap in revelation. But, listen closely, what follows will astonish even the faithful. For this is not only judgment. This is promotion. This is reversal. This is supernatural elevation. Not for everyone. Not for the lukewarm. Not for the curious. Only for the awakened. Only for the consecrated. Only for those whose spirits can still tremble under the weight of holy words. This message is not public. It is private. It is prophetic. It is preserved for the few who are spiritually sensitive. For the ones who have ears to hear. You must not argue. You must not rationalize. You must not even speak. You must listen. Only listen. For heaven is moving, and when heaven moves, the earth must yield. This is your summons. This is your alignment. This is your moment of divine unfolding. The night may still be dark, but the angels are in motion, and Archangel Michael has sounded the alarm. Hear now, for the heavens have opened. The gates have swung wide, and the angelic host stands alert. At 3:33 a.m., the sacred hour appointed not by man, but by divine ordinance, the hour of angels strikes with holy resonance. It is at this hour, this thunderous, sacred breath between night and dawn, that Archangel Michael enters the veil, sword unsheathed, voice unwavering, flame wrapped in glory, and with divine authority, he speaks. They are paying the price. But what follows will astonish you. This moment is not random. It is not poetic symbolism. It is precise. It is calculated. The Almighty has orchestrated this appointment with the same hands that stitched the stars in place. The message did not come through dreams or symbols. It came through direct command, a visitation for the chosen. And only the chosen will recognize it. Only those who have been crushed, betrayed, watched in silence while others plotted, will feel this message carve into the marrow of their bones. You are not hearing by accident. You are hearing by assignment. The heavens have aligned to ensure that this revelation touches the ears it was made for. Let no one distract you. Let no one dismiss you. This is not for entertainment. This is not for curiosity. This is not for those who mock or doubt. This is for the consecrated. This is for the awakened. This is for those who have felt the spiritual tremors before they ever saw the storm. You, beloved, are one of them. Michael speaks with fire, but fire does not harm the pure. It refines them. And now he comes to you not as a whisper, but as a roar. Listen well, for in the next 24 hours, something will begin to shift. It will be subtle to the world, but seismic in the spirit. You will feel it. The hair on your arms may rise. Your breath may shorten. You may awaken without cause in the stillness of the night. That is not fear. That is spiritual synchronization. That is heaven pressing against your skin. Stay alert. Stay awake. Stay low in the spirit. For the enemy of your soul is nervous. He senses the motion. But the angels are ahead. And Michael, your guardian of war, says this. This is not for those who play with light. This is not for those who casually quote scripture. This is for the ones whose prayers have burned in silence, whose obedience cost them everything. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. But this moment requires silence, obedience, reverence, not analysis. You must not post. You must not prove. You must not explain. You must not justify. Just listen. Just sit. Just receive. For something is being released in the spirit realm that will shock even the most faithful. The air will thicken. The dime will dine. The pressure will mount. But fear not, for the tension is the announcement of your divine shift. This message is your signal. Do not delay in your alignment. Do not delay in your obedience. And above all, remember this: when heaven speaks, earth obeys. So be still, beloved, for Michael has spoken. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now surrounding you. There is a truth hidden behind human smiles. There is a betrayal that hides behind casual conversations. The angels see it. Heaven has documented it. And now, you are about to feel the weight of the revelation. Those around you, the ones you once trusted, the ones who shared your joy and cheered your rise, some have turned. Not openly. No. The enemy does not attack where the light shines bright. He hides in shadows, in silence, in subtle glances, in unspoken withdrawal, in passive smiles. You've felt it, haven't you? You've asked yourself late at night, why did they change? What are they hiding? And your spirit trembled because you knew something was wrong even when your mind couldn't explain it. Archangel Michael now confirms they were watching. They were whispering. They were waiting. But they are seen. The Holy Scrolls have recorded their intentions, and divine justice has already been triggered. You were never crazy. You were never paranoid. Your discernment was under fire, but you held on. And now, heaven is validating everything you felt but could not prove. Some celebrated you outwardly while inwardly resenting the oil on your life. Others walked close to study your pattern, not to support you, but to mimic or sabotage you. And some, oh yes, some, actively cursed your name in the spiritual realm. But what they didn't see is that your silence was your covering. Your humility was your sword. Your stillness was your secret power. You were watched, but you were not abandoned. You were whispered about, but you were not forsaken. Every betrayal was permitted, not to destroy you, but to expose them. And now, their exposure has begun. Michael's sword has struck the ground, and tremors are shaking their foundation. Those who laughed in secret are trembling in silence. You are not to retaliate. You are not to confront. The battle is not yours, but the victory. The victory is, and the mystery, the real mystery, is that while they pay the price, you will receive the reward. Because heaven does not only judge, it also compensates. Stay alert. Stay sober. Stay holy. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1516 is now activated. Understand this clearly. What you are facing is not natural. What you are enduring is not just coincidence, not just human misunderstanding, not just relational breakdown. This is war, spiritual war. Ancient, strategic, ordered from high places and permitted by divine decree. You, beloved, are not in a season of attack. You are in a season of alignment. And with alignment comes agitation, for when heaven shifts you, hell resists you. Archangel Michael declares, this battle was never about people. The betrayal wasn't about the one who walked away. The sabotage wasn't about the whisperer. The financial warfare wasn't about your job. These were vessels, pawns used by the adversary to test the steel of your soul. And while they thought they were in control, they were unknowingly used to reveal your anointing and activate your authority. You are not fragile. You are forged. You are not lost. You are learning. You are not broken. You are being built. The pain you feel is proof you are chosen. Heaven does not test the counterfeit. Only the authentic go through fire. Only the destined feel this pressure. And pressure is not punishment, it is purification. Gold does not shimmer until it's refined. Diamonds do not shine until cried. You, beloved, are in the hands of the refitter. Every wound, every disappointment, every unanswered question is part of the heavenly assignment. You may not understand it now, but the conflict with the classroom, the suffering with the setup, you cried out for purpose, but you didn't know that purpose requires purification. You prayed for destiny, but destiny requires death to ego, to comfort, to control. And that death was the doorway. You are being elevated, but elevation requires separation. You wondered why relationships shifted, why people ghosted, why favor seemed to flee. It was heaven pulling the cords. La punishment. Preparation. Because what's coming next cannot be carried by the version of you that once compromised, that once begged, that once needed their approval. And now heaven is watching your reaction. Now, the angels lean in. Will you retaliate? Will you explain? Will you seek revenge? Or will you rise? Will you trust that this conflict is the exact evidence of your calling? Will you recognize that the grayer the pressure, the grayer the oil? Michael speaks now. Hold your ground. This is divine testing, and the test is almost over. You have not failed. You have not fallen. You had endured, and your endurance has become incense in the throne room. You are being recorded, not for shame, for glory. You not fear the fire. You were made for it. Type "I am refined" in the comments if this word confirms your spirit. Blessing code 2277 is now activated. Archangel Michael does not speak to soothe. He speaks to prepare. And his sword does not warn without reason. Hear me clearly now. Something is about to shift, visibly, tangibly, undeniably. Within 72 hours, the first evidence of divine consequence will break through the surface. and those who moved against you will feel it. The ones who mocked you, the ones who manipulated, the ones who cast spells in silence, wrapped in religion, the ones who sowed in deceit. They are beginning to feel the unraveling. Their alliances will crumble. Their voices will shake. Your influence will collapse. Not because you cursed them, but because heaven has intervened. This is not your doing, and it must not become your distraction. Listen to Michael's warning. Do not touch what heaven has already sentenced. Do not try to explain. Do not try to warn them. They were warned when they touched you. They were warned when they ignored the Spirit's restraint. And now the warnings have expired. Judgment has entered the room. You may feel the tension rise. Don't be alarmed. The atmosphere around you will become thick, spiritually charged. That's the angelic host assembling. You may feel sudden fatigue. That's your body adjusting to the breaking of spiritual altars. You may dream strange dreams. That's your spirit navigating the dismantling of demonic assignments. But do not interfere. Stay in the secret place. Stay in worship. Stay in obedience. Heaven is doing what your hands never could. This is justice from the throne. And the scrolls are being read aloud. Archangel Michael commands, "Be still and silent." The storm is not for you. It is for them. The confusion you once carried is being transferred to your enemies. You will witness it, but you must not claim it. And let it be known, what's about to be revealed is only the beginning. The full weight of the reversal, the restoration, the recompense, the rise, is not far behind. You thought it was over. You thought it was too late. But heaven has only just begun. And what's coming next will redeem every tear. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super chat with a contribution of up to $20. Your support helps us release even more powerful messages to awaken and empower the chosen ones. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the Support Here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am preserved" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3033 is being released over your life. Now that the alarm has been sounded and the judgments have begun to echo in the atmosphere, Archangel Michael returns with a sacred instruction. Not to shout, not to argue, not even to explain, but to be still. Stillness, beloved, is not passivity. Stillness is strategy. Stillness is sacred warfare. Stillness is the battleground where angels operate in full force without human interference. Michael's decree is clear. Your silence is not weakness. It is your weapon. Every time you withhold your rebuttal, heaven hammers justice on your behalf. Every time you choose prayer over protest, another angel is deployed. Every moment you resist the urge to retaliate, your silence echoes louder than any earthly accusation. For you do not fight as others fight. You fight in stillness. You war through worry. You conquer through surrender. You've been taught that movement means progress. But in this holy hour, it is stillness that unlocks the scroll. The divine movement you long for is already in motion. Behind the veil. The less you do, the more heaven does. You must stay hidden. You must stay wrapped in the sacred. This is the posture of divine preservation. Archangel Michael declares, "Retreat into the shelter of the Most High. Pray in secret. Wait in reverence. Trust the unseen. You will not need to defend your name. Heaven will do it. You will not need to rebuild what was torn down. Heaven is already reconstructing in your favor. But this rebuilding cannot be interrupted. Your words could delay it. Your emotions could disrupt it. So stay covered. Stay silent. In this sacred pause, divine protection increases. Light begins to wrap itself around you like a garment. The spiritual surveillance intensifies, not for harm, but for defense. The angels are stationed. The gates are guarded. The portals are opening. Feel it now, the peace that surpasses all understanding. It's not apathy. It's not numbness. It is divine assurance. You are not without help. You are not without covering. Every fiery dart is being intercepted. Every demonic surveillance is being scrambled. Every curse is being returned to sender. And you, beloved, are wrapped in divine command. Listen carefully. This hour is sacred. Any movement outside of God's instruction is dangerous. Don't launch. Don't speak prematurely. Don't open your mouth until the Spirit says move. Your voice is powerful, and heaven is preserving it for appointed declarations. But now, you must rest. You must wait. And in this waiting, divine justice deepens. You are in the safest place imaginable, under divine command. Let no one lure you out. Not provocation, not curiosity, not even urgency. Heaven is not late. Heaven is precise. And what is coming next will require your full strength, which is why rest has been commanded. Be still, beloved. Be still, warrior. For the war is not yours, but the victory will be. Let your stillness speak. Let your silence roar. Type I am covered in the comments if this message anchors you. Lesson code 4444 is now surrounding your life. Now comes the turn. Now comes the revelation that will shake every false assumption made about you. They remember who you were, but they have no idea who you've become. The warfare they waged was against a former version of you, not knowing that the fire transformed you. The betrayal broke chains. The silence grew wings. The weeping baptized your voice. You are no longer the same. Archangel Michael stands over you now, sword raised in declaration. You are rising, not as the wounded, but as the warrior. This season has not weakened you. It has weaponized you. Heaven has molded you in secret. While they talked, heaven was training. While they watched, heaven was weaving strength into your bones. And now, beloved, the warrior within is emerging. You may still feel tired. You may still carry the residue of grief. But make no mistake, your spirit has been crowned. The oil on your life has thickened. Your discernment has sharpened. Your authority has multiplied. And those who thought they buried you are about to witness your resurrection. This is not a comeback. This is a rebirth. You are not rising for applause. You are rising for assignment. You are not returning to prove anything. You are stepping forward to fulfill what was written of you before you were born. The shadows they cast only revealed your light. The lies they spread only magnified your truth. Every weapon they formed has failed, and now you hold heaven's arsenal. Listen to Michael's voice. The fire in you has been ignited, and it will not go out. No more bowing. No more dwindling. No more apologizing for your glory. You've earned your silence. You survived the test. And now, power is coming in divine waves. With each wave, your confidence will increase. With each wave, your vision will clarify. With each wave, doors will open without knocking. You're no longer begging. You're commanding. You're no longer wandering. You're walking in divine instruction. This empowerment is not temporary. It is not seasonal. It is structural. Heaven has upgraded your identity. And now the enemy trembles, not because of what you say, but because of who you've become. They can't trace you anymore. You shifted. You've grown. You've ascended. This is your warrior awakening. And there is no turning back. If this message stirs your spirit, and you feel led to give, consider sending a super thanks with a contribution up to $50. Your support empowers us to release more divine messages to those walking through fire. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am a warrior" in the comments if this word aligns with your spirit. Blessing code 5555 is now active over you. Listen now, not with your ears, but with your spirit. For the veil is pulling back, and the reason for the trial, the storm, the betrayal is being revealed. Heaven never allows pain without purpose. And what you thought was the enemy's sabotage was actually God's setup. What appeared to be loss was actually strategy. What felt like abandonment was divine orchestration. Archangel Michael now declares the revelation. This had to happen. Yes, it was cruel. Yes, it broke you. Yes, you cried, screamed, questioned, even doubted. But it had to happen. Not to destroy you, but to deliver you. Not to end you, but to awaken you. Because without the betrayal, you would have stayed bound. Without the loss, you would have clung to what heaven was trying to remove. Without the silence, you would have never heard the whisper of God calling you higher. Hear me. The betrayal was a gate, not the grave. It wasn't meant to bury you. It was meant to reveal the soil you've outgrown. Heaven had to disconnect what was draining you. Heaven had to cut what couldn't go where you're going. And yes, heaven had to expose the hidden motives so that you would no longer walk blindly with snakes wrapped in smiles. You were asking for destiny, but destiny doesn't arrive wrapped in comfort. It comes through fire. It comes through separation. It comes through shaking. And the shaking you've been enduring was not chaos. It was clarity. Heaven was realigning your path with precision, and that required some pain. Now the prophetic moment has come. Heaven is ready to release the next scroll. The scroll that carries the next chapter. The scroll that details your elevation, your vindication, your release. But the scroll could not open until you passed the test of silence, the test of stillness, the test of trust. And you did. You remained. You endured. You wept and didn't wonder. You were tempted to give up, but you didn't. And heaven has recorded every moment. Michael speaks again. Heaven has taken note of every sacrifice, every fast you did in secret, every seed you sowed without announcement, every tear that fell in worship when no one understood your warfare. It was not ignored. It was not wasted. The time is now, and the scroll is opening. The blessings that are en route are not random. They are calculated. Heaven has matched them to your obedience. Every delay is being overturned. Every loss is being multiplied. Every no is becoming divine yes. But this isn't just compensation. It is coronation. You are being crowned not just with restoration, but with identity. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. Receive this now, the pain with the passage. The process was the proof. The pressure with the pathway. Type "I am ready" in the comments if your spirit agrees. Blessing code 6161 is unfolding over your obedience. Now is not the time to stay silent. Now is not the time to shrink back. You've listened. You've wept. You waited. But the waiting season is shifting, and your mouth must match your mantle. The scroll has opened. The hour is here. Destiny is demanding your voice. Heaven has already moved. Now it's your turn. Archangel Michael now issues the command. Speak. Not fear. Not doubt. Not regret. Speak life. Speak destiny. Speak breakthrough. Open your mouth and align with what has already been declared over you in the courts of heaven. You are not waiting for permission. You've already been authorized. Declare it. I am walking into divine release. Say it until the atmosphere changes. Declare it until the resistance breaks. Speak it until your surroundings obey. Because your yes in silence has triggered something violent in the spirit. Something irreversible. Something undeniable. The scroll of your destiny is no longer sealed. It is active. It is open. It is moving. Now is the moment to walk forward. Not slowly. Not timidly. Boldly. Heaven honors bold faith. Divine timing has met your divine obedience. And what once delayed you is now behind you. You are not to look back. Not to explain. Not to review the past. The past is closed. The page has turned. There is movement required now. Not just spiritual movement. Physical obedience. Apply. Declare. Build. Launch. Go. Speak. Heaven is not waiting, and neither should you. The atmosphere around you has been cleared. The warfare was real, but so is the victory. And now, your feet must move. Don't wait for consensus. Don't wait for comfort. You are not being sent as who you were. You are being sent as who you've become. And the spiritual weight you now carry will make room for you. You won't have to push doors open. They will open upon arrival. The seal has been broken. The release is here. Michael's command echoes again. Walk in power. Move in authority. You are the prophecy in motion. The enemy thought silence was the end. He didn't know silence was the weapon. And now your sound, your declaration, is the signal for full manifestation. The earth is responding. The spirit realm is responding. Now you respond. If this message activates your spirit and you wish to sow into this movement, consider giving a super sticker, $10, $20, or whatever God places on your heart. Your support helps us keep releasing fire-filled truth and prophetic alignment. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the Support Here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I activate my destiny in the comments if this is your moment. Blessing code 7272 is being released now. Even now, as you sit in stillness, as you dwell under the cover of obedience, a divine transaction is underway. Not seen by the natural eye, not heard by human ears, but fully known and documented in the realm of the spirit. You may not feel it. You may not understand it. But the heavens are in motion. What was stolen is being accounted for. What was sabotaged is being recalibrated. What was lost is being redefined and returned, not as it left, but as heaven intended it all along. Archangel Michael, guardian of holy alignment, speaks clearly. You did not lose. You sowed in silence. And now the heavens are harvesting in power. You see, while you cried quietly and endured silently, the angelic realm was busy. Your prayers were incense. Your tears were seeds. Your surrender was currency. And now, the spirit realm is responding. What was whispered in darkness is being overturned in light. What was taken through manipulation is being returned with multiplication. This is not just compensation. This is divine exchange. There are angels now negotiating over the very things that tried to destroy you. The same voices that accused you, heaven is using their sound as evidence to elevate you. The same gates that closed in your face, angels are now opening them by the command of God. The same systems that rejected you, heaven is reversing them. Listen to this. Every unanswered moment, every uncelebrated victory, every hidden act of obedience has created a ledger in the spirit. And that ledger is full. And now it is being cashed in. Not by your effort, but by your endurance. Not by your force, but by your faith. Do not be discouraged by what you don't see. Do not measure the spirit by the natural. For what you are feeling, that restlessness, that stirring, that sense that something is shifting, is the signal that heaven is close. Your spirit is detecting the movement that eyes have not seen. That weight in your chest. That's your spirit standing under the rain of returning. Michael says, heaven heard your silence louder than your screams. You may not have told anyone how much it cost, but heaven knew. You may not have posted about your pain, but angels recorded every groan. And because you chose silence over slander, obedience over offense, trust over control, heaven is now repaying in measures that man cannot replicate. What they thought they took, they only transferred it to a higher realm, where God has stored it until the moment of your rise. And this moment, beloved, has come. Let peace wash over you. Let gratitude fill your lungs. You have not been overlooked. You have been preserved for divine return. The spirit realm has shifted. The scroll has unsealed. The exchange is underway. Type "I receive my divine return" in the comments. Blessing code 8383 is circling your life. Omen 11. Spiritual justice and divine reversal. The scales are not only balanced, they are swinging. Now comes the portion that shakes the kingdoms of darkness and realigns every distorted outcome. Divine justice. Spiritual reversal. Celestial balance reasserted by the one who never sleeps and never slumbers. Make no mistake, justice has a sound, and it is thundering through the heavens. Archangel Michael now declares, what they sowed in darkness, they will reap in daylight. Every scheme, every trap, every manipulation that was done behind your back, it is now being revealed in the full blaze of heavenly exposure. The days of secret oppression are over. The season of hidden harm is closing. The sword of justice has come down, and the scales are swinging. This is not revenge, it is righteousness. This is not bitterness, it is balance. You were not designed to fight this war in your flesh. That is why heaven took over. That is why you were called into stillness. And now, the reward for your restraint is divine retaliation. Those who once gloated will stumble. Those who once stood tall on your suffering will kneel. Those who twisted your story will watch as God writes the true version and broadcasts it for all to see. This is reversal, but not man-made, God-made. The reversal is sweeping. It is dull. It is holy. The very tables they used against you will now be the altars upon which your blessings are poured. The very platforms they denied you will become the stages of your unveiling. The very pits they dug for you will become their own entrapment, not because you cursed them, but because God has honored His promise to protect the righteous. You will see with your own eyes the downfall of those who danced on your delay, not for your pleasure, but for your proof. Heaven is making it public, so there is no question who was truly favored. So there is no more doubt about who carries the oil. So there is no more confusion about who was really chosen. Michael speaks once more. You have passed the test. Now heaven enforces the judgment. Expect open doors. Expect surprise restoration. Expect sudden reversals. Expect unexplainable favor. This is not just your reward. This is your vindication. And it is loud. It is visible. It is divine. If this word confirms what your spirit already sensed, consider supporting this prophetic work through a super chat of $5 or more. Your seed helps us keep sowing into the lives of others through these divine messages. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I receive divine justice in the comments. Blessing code 9494 is manifesting now. Beloved, the time has come. You heard the trumpet. You've endured the fire. You obeyed the silence. And now, heaven speaks its final decree over you. The warfare was real. The battle was deep. But so is the glory that is about to follow. You were never fighting for survival. You were being prepared for revelation. Archangel Michael now delivers the closing affirmation of heaven. You are protected. You are elevated. You are remembered. Not forgotten. Not abandoned. Not disqualified. Remembered. Chosen. Sealed. Let every voice that told you otherwise now be silenced. Let every doubt be crushed under the weight of this truth. God has not changed his mind about you. Every delay had a purpose. Every tear had a target. Every battle had a blueprint. And now you stand at the edge of fulfillment, not as a victim of spiritual warfare, but as a vessel of divine will. You were not broken. You were being positioned. Heaven had to shift things. Heaven had to reroute some plans. Heaven had to hide you, not because you weren't ready, but because what's coming next demanded a greater measure of glory upon your life. And now, the veil is lifting. The time of hiddenness is ending. The time of emergence is beginning. The angels are stepping aside, and the spotlight of divine favor is now resting on you. This is not for your ego. This is for your assignment. This is not the end of your warfare, but it is the beginning of your reign. Michael's final blessing rests on these words. You are sealed, seen, and sent. Sealed, meaning your purpose is preserved. No weapon can change what's written about you in the scrolls of heaven. Seen, meaning every sacrifice, every tear, every moment of obedience has been documented and honored. Sent, meaning your life now moves under divine commission. Your steps are ordered. Your doors are chosen. Your timing is precise. Rise now. Not just emotionally. Not just spiritually. Rise in every way. This message has not just informed you. It has activated you. This was not a sermon. This was a summons. And you must not go back to who you were. Walk like one who is covered. Speak like one who is called. Move like one who had been authorized by heaven itself. You are not returning to the familiar. You are walking into divine fulfillment. Now rise. Rise without fear. Rise without shame. Rise without apology. The seal is upon you. The angels go before you. And heaven watches with pride. You are sealed, seen, and sent. Type I am sent in the comments if this message completes your journey. Blessing code 1010 is now fully covering your life.